Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affairs of 29th of October 2021. You can see two best images of the day, but today we will discuss very important and the most important current affairs. So watch this video till last. But I am requesting you all the students that you have to download our application Careers Cloud from the description box link. After that you can log in with the email ID, then click on this crack current affairs section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low, but the most important thing that we are covering that current affairs which are very important for every type of exam. This is the hard work, this is the genuinity of Affairs Cloud team. And how we are covering this current affair, we are providing you daily section. In the daily section you will receive three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section which you can attempt on an application on daily basis. Next is the weekly section. Again you will receive three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section which you can attempt on an application on weekly basis. Most important is the monthly section, and we are providing four different type of PDFs. One is like detailed current affair of the month, second is question and answer format of the current affairs. Best 100 current affairs will be provided to you in the form of question and answer, and the pocket PDF. It means 2-liner and the 3-liners current affair will be provided to you so that you can revise these current affairs in quick format before your exam. But to enhance your performance further, we are also providing 20 most important topic wise PDF, and if you want to revise one particular topic, then you can use this topic wise PDF. And if you are a banking aspirant, we are providing three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section. But all these three things are only related to banking and economy, and all these three things basically provided in the PDF format, but quiz you have to attempt on our application on monthly basis. If you want to cover all the past current affair of 2021 just from single PDF, then you can use this exam PDF. And we are providing detailed budget and economic survey. Also expected question and answer will be provided to you which are related to budget and economic survey. If you are appearing for your respective state exam, we are also covering every state and union territory current affairs. But all these things comes under only one subscription. You have to just download our application Careers Cloud from the description box link. After that, log in with the email ID, then click on this crack current affairs section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low, but if you're a new student, you're just starting your preparation, then I am advising you to subscribe for 2 years. If you buy 2022 current affair, it means full year 2022 current affair in 2022, its cost will be high. So it is better to subscribe now. And we are providing 10% extra discount if you use this code ASH10 on both subscriptions. If you have any query, you can call us on this number or you can email us on this email ID. So let's start today's current affair, that is 29th of October 2021. But again, I am requesting you all the students that you have to like this video. All the students who are watching this video, please like this video. Please share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel now and join our Telegram group from the description box link. Here is the question. Which institute has topped among the Indian institutes in the Times Higher Education, that is most important, World Reputation Ranking 2021? Very important question, because this ranking is released by Times Higher Education, which is again very important. And from Indian side, it is IISc Bengaluru, Indian Institute of Science in Bengaluru. So it is on the top position. So you can see here, 4 Indian universities led by IISc Bengaluru make it to the Times Higher Education Reputation Ranking 2021. Even Indian Institute of Science Bengaluru ranked among the top 100, and this institute has topped the Indian institutes list. And you can see here, 4 Indian institutes have made it to the Times Higher Education World Reputation Ranking 2021. But if we are only talking about the top 100, then only one Indian institution is there. It is IISc Bengaluru. But the other 3 Indian institutes are like Indian Institute of Bombay or IIT Bombay. Here, it is in the ranking of 126 to 150. Third rank goes to IIT Delhi from 176 to 200, and IIT Madras in the 4th spot, but the ranking list is on the same position. And 2021 ranking comprises 202 universities. Total universities which are ranked under this list is 202, and total countries cover, the 29 countries are covered. But if we are talking about all over world, then the top university is Harvard University of the United States of America. Then is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, again in United States of America, and third is Oxford University. But you have to remember only the first, that is Harvard University. So you have to remember it is Times Higher Education World Reputation Ranking 2021. And you can also remember recent related news like Times Higher Education, THE, also released World University Ranking 2022. Ranking 2022. Even 3 Indian institutes made it to the top 400 global rankings. And out of 3 Indian institutes, the top is again IISc Bengaluru. IISc Bengaluru. And remember, Times Higher Education headquarters is in London, United Kingdom. So, most important question. Now we are moving to next question. Who is appointed as the chairperson of the newly set up National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development, which is also known as NABFID. Remember, this is a 20,000 crore bank which was recently set by Government of India, and it is known as National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development. So, the newly appointed chairperson is KV Kamath. KV Kamath. So, answer of this question is D. So, you can see here, government appointed veteran banker KV Kamath as the chairperson of newly set up 20,000 crore development finance institution, which is known as National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development. And this institution is important. You have to remember the total outlay is 20,000 crore, and it is a newly set up development finance institution. It is one of the development finance institution, and it comes under the Department of Financial Services under the Finance Ministry. And this National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development Bill of 2021 supports the development of long-term, non-recourse infrastructure financing in India, including the development of bonds and derivatives market necessary for infrastructure financing. In simple word, you can say it will promote the infrastructure financing. But other 3 appointments you can see here. The first name is TV Narendran. Again, very important appointment. He was recently appointed as the president of Confederation of Indian Industry. Confederation of Indian Industry for 1 year, like for 2021-22. Abdullah Shahid, most important appointment. He was recently appointed as the president of 76th session of United Nations General Assembly. Next is Jagjit Pavadia. He was recently appointed as the president of International Narcotics Control Board. International Narcotics Control Board president is Jagjit Pavadia. So again, all the 3 appointments except this question are again very important. Move to next question. Again, very important appointment. Who has been appointed as the managing director and the chief executive officer of the Jammu and Kashmir Bank? So we are talking about very important bank. This is Jammu and Kashmir, and recently Reserve Bank of India has approved the appointment of Baldev Prakash. So answer of this question is C, as the managing director and chief executive officer of Jammu and Kashmir Bank, and he is appointed for the time period of 3 years. And the former managing director and CEO was R.K. Chibbard. So you can remember the former was R.K. Chibbard and newly appointed was Baldev Prakash, and he is appointed for the time period of 3 years. And remember, Prakash, like Baldev Prakash, has over 30 years of experience in banking in various roles at small and the large size branches in the State Bank of India. And very motivation thing is like he had joined SBI as a probationary officer, PO, in 1991. So this is very motivation kind of thing for the banking students, because he joined as a PO in 1991. Now he become the managing director and CEO of the Jammu and Kashmir Bank. So very motivating. And you can also remember about Jammu and Kashmir Bank. Its headquarters is in Srinagar, and it was founded in 1938, and its tagline is serving to empower. Serving to empower. So you can remember all these 3 things about the Jammu and Kashmir Bank. But again, appointments are very, very important. Like Atul Bhatt, you can see here, he was recently appointed as chairman and managing director of Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, RINL. And Suman Sharma, very important appointment, appointed as managing director of Solar Energy Corporation of India. Solar Energy Corporation of India. You can see here the picture of Baldev Prakash, who was recently appointed as MD and CEO of the Jammu and Kashmir Bank. Now we are moving to the very important question section, but you have to like this video, you have to share this video at least to your one favorite friend, and please subscribe this channel now, or you can say before seeing the next question, you have to subscribe this channel and join our Telegram group from the description box link. Here is the question. Which bank has been awarded for being the top organization with innovative human resource practices? So you have to just remember the question as same as in slide, and answer of this question is Karnataka Bank. C is the answer. And you can also see here, this is Karnataka Bank who gets the award for human resources practices, and Karnataka Bank has been awarded for being the top organization with innovative human resource practices. And this award is presented at the 19th edition of the Asian Pacific HRM Congress. And the award is presented to the bank for efficiently implementing innovative HR practices or the human resource practices for the human resource development and the talent management. Even the award is also recognition for the efforts put in by 8,400 plus staff of the Karnataka Bank and efficiency implemented programs to emerge as the digital bank of the future. So it is also known as the digital bank of the future. So remember about Karnataka Bank here. Karnataka Bank headquarters is in Mangaluru and its CEO is Mahabaleshwara MS, and it was founded in 1924 and its tagline is your family, bank across India. Bank across India. Moving to next question, which country built world's largest hydrogen fuel cell power plant? Again, very important because it is the world's largest hydrogen fuel cell power plant. And answer of this question is South Korea. A is the answer. And the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy of the South Korea held that this Shin Incheon Bit Dream fuel cell power plant, this power plant is named as Shin Incheon Bit Dream fuel cell power plant, and it is inaugurated at Shin Incheon Bitdream headquarters in the South Korea in the Incheon district, and it is completed and it is inaugurated. So you have to just remember it is basically started by South Korea in the Incheon district, and the name of the power plant is Shin Incheon Bitdream. And you can see here it is opened by South Korea and the total project cost is about like $292 million. $292 million US dollar. And it has a capacity of 78 megawatt constructed in the 4 stages from 2017. It means the project was started in 2017 and in 4 years it was completed. And hydrogen fuel cells are the solutions for eco-friendly power plants as they can generate electricity without producing any harmful emissions, like you can say nitrous oxide or sulfur oxide. So without producing any harmful emissions like nitrous oxide or the sulfur oxide. And the world's largest hydrogen fuel cell power plant is capable of providing electricity to around 250,000 households per year. So it will definitely benefit the South Korea. And you can also remember South Korea's capital is Seoul. President is Moon Jae-in, and currency is Korean won. Moving to next question. What is the name of E-National Level Awareness Campaign 2021 to promote the role of entrepreneurship, or you can say businesses? And the name of this awareness campaign is Sambhav. Answer of this question is C. And basically it is launched by Narayan Tatu Raneji, who is the Union Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, who launched this Sambhav and E-National Level Awareness Program 2021. And it is to promote the role of entrepreneurship towards the development of India. And under this program, the students from colleges and you can say ITIs from across India will be encouraged by 130 field offices of the micro, small and medium enterprises to take up entrepreneurship as a challenge. And it is a 1 month long program, aims to create awareness about the various schemes implemented by the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises through audio and the video film presentation. That's why it is the E-National Level Awareness Program, because no physical awareness will be there. It will be the awareness will be through audio and the video film presentations. That's why it is known as E-National Level Awareness Program. So in simple word, you can say that they will motivate the college students so that they can choose entrepreneurship as a profession. So this is the main motive. So remember this, it is named as Sambhav. And who is the Union Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise? It is Narayan Rane. Remember, he is from Maharashtra. Next, Bombay Stock Exchange or BSE has signed a memorandum of understanding with which state to spread awareness about the benefits of listing small medium enterprises. It means Bombay Stock Exchange want to list maximum to maximum companies on the Bombay Stock Exchange. That's why they signed a memorandum of understanding with the state government so that the state entrepreneurs can list their companies in the Bombay Stock Exchange. And answer of this question is Chhattisgarh government. So B is the answer. So Bombay Stock Exchange has signed a MOU with the government of Chhattisgarh to spread awareness about the benefits of listing small medium enterprises. And Bombay Stock Exchange will provide intellectual and the manpower support to create awareness about the benefits of listing among the small medium enterprises. Even you can raise money, you can even pledge your securities in the Bombay Stock Exchange. And it will also provide training and the capacity building support to the district industry center officials of the government of Chhattisgarh. So the main objective is to help the micro, small or small and medium enterprises of the state in the Chhattisgarh in getting equity financing and to boost the income of the state and create employment. And you can remember about Chhattisgarh, Chief Minister is Bhupesh Baghel and Governor is Anusuya Uike. Anusuya Uike. And you can also remember very important national park is there, Indravati National Park. You can also remember in Chhattisgarh there is very important mine which is known as Baladila mine. Very important mine, Baladila. Even this is you can say iron ore mine, very famous iron ore mine. Durg mine is again very important. It is also iron ore mine. So both mines are very, very important. You can remember this. Move to next question. Padam Shri Dr. Madhavan Krishnan Nair, or you can say M. Krishnan Nair, passed away. He was famous. So Padam Shri Dr. Madhavan Krishnan Nair, first of all you have to remember this name, an eminent oncologist. So answer of this question is D. Very famous. And he was also the founder director of Regional Cancer Center. Regional Cancer Center, it is one of the largest regional cancer center all over world, and it is situated in Kerala, and he passed away. And Dr. M. Krishnan Nair has served as the member of the expert group that prepared the National Cancer Control Plan of India, and he has also served on the expert advisory panel on the cancer, the World Health Organization. And the government of India has honored him with the Padam Shri in the medicine in 2021. So you have to remember the name is Dr. Madhavan Krishnan Nair. First thing you have to remember. Second, by profession he was oncologist. It means he is basically treating the cancer patients. And the third thing you have to remember, he belongs to state of Kerala. And you can see here the picture of Dr. M. Krishnan Nair. Moving to next question. Who will be the head of reconstituted 7-member Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister? Very important, you can say, council, and it is known as Economic Advisory Council. It is a 7-member council, and it was firstly constituted in 2017 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the time period of 2 years. In 2019, it was again reconstituted for the time period of 2 years. Now in 2021, it is again reconstituted for the time period of 2 years. And who will lead this Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister? It is Bibek Debroy, very eminent, you can say, person of the Niti Aayog, Bibek Debroy. So Economic Advisory Council Prime Minister has been reconstituted for a period of 2 years or until further notice. And a noted economist and Niti Aayog member Bibek Debroy, who has been serving as the chairman of this Economic Advisory Council since 2017. It means when it was constituted first time, he was also the chairman. In 2019, he was again also the chairman of this council. In 2021, again he is the chairman. And it was set up in, firstly it was set up in 2017. You have to remember it was set up in 2017. Now what is the function of this Economic Advisory Council? So the main function, you can say, to analyze any issue, economic and otherwise, referred to it by the Prime Minister or advise him. And it addresses the issue of macroeconomic importance and present the views to the Prime Minister, and also to attend any other task as may be desired by the Prime Minister. So basically this Economic Advisory Council works for the Prime Minister, so according to the desire of the Prime Minister. So you can see here Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved the reconstitution of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister, and Bibek Debroy will head, and it is a 7-member council. Next, which country launched an optical remote sensing satellite named Jillian-1 Gaofen 02F? So you have to just remember the first initials like Jillian-1, and it is optical remote sensing satellite, and it is launched by China. So answer of this question is B, and it is launched from a low cost small solid fuel carrier rocket which is known as Kuaishou. So you have to remember the name is Kuaishou 1A. You can also see here China successfully launched satellite Zillian-1, and it is launched from the solid fuel carrier rocket which is named as Kuaishou 1A. And Zillian-1 Gaofen 02F will provide high resolution images and high speed data transmission. So this is the function of this optical remote sensing satellite. But this is not so much important. This is important. This rocket is important. Kuaishou 1A is important because it is a low cost, small, solid fuel carrier rocket with a short preparation period, and it is developed by China Aerospace Science and Industrial Corporation, and it is designed to launch low orbit satellites weighing less than 300 kilogram. 300 kilogram. So both things belongs to China. Next is which bank and Sunfresh Agro Industries Private Limited partnered to extend financial support to the dairy farmers? So very simple question. You have to just remember the question as same as in slide, and it is by State Bank of India. Answer of this question is D. So remember, Sunfresh Agro Industry Private Limited belongs to Maharashtra, and it is operating under the global dairy major Lactalis partners with State Bank of India to extend financial support to the dairy farmers in the state. It means both the organization, one is SBI, second is the Sunfresh, both will provide financial support or the credit to the dairy farmers in the state of Maharashtra. And the loan from SBI helps the farmers to buy cattle. You can say they can buy cattle from this loan that would produce higher quality milk and improve storage and supply chain. And the company is in the market with brand Parbat. So this company, Sunfresh Agro Industries Private Limited, will launch a brand which is known as Parbat for milk and indigenous products like milk related products. And remember about SBI. SBI was founded in 1955. I think all the students know this. Chairperson is Dinesh Kumar Khara. And its headquarters is in Mumbai. And you can also remember about Maharashtra here because we are talking about one Maharashtra organization. Maharashtra Chief Minister is Uddhav Thackeray and Governor is Bhagat Singh Kishori. Very important. Sahyadri National Park, Sahyadri Tiger Reserve is there. Melghat Tiger Reserve is also there. Melghat Tiger Reserve. Tadoba National Park is also there. And Sanjay Gandhi National Park is also there. Very important for 2 are Tiger Reserve and 2 are national parks. Next is Ministry of Civil Aviation launched Krishi Udan 2.0 scheme. It is to boost transport of the agriculture products. So in simple word, you can say that Ministry of Civil Aviation launched Krishi Udan 2.0 scheme under which cargo related infrastructure will be built in airports of the northeast area, hilly area, tribal regions to assist farmers in the transporting agriculture products. Basically to establish infrastructure in those areas where you can say this mobility is not there, like aeroplane mobility is not there, airplane infrastructure is not there. So an online platform called eKaushal would be developed to facilitate information dissemination to all stakeholders regarding the transportation of the agriculture produce, especially you can say not very much developed northeast area, hilly area and the tribal regions. And they aimed at opening a new ventures of the growth for agriculture sector and also doubling the farmers' income by removing barriers in the supply chain and transportation of the farm produce. And it facilitates the development of hubs and creates cargo terminals at the airports in a phase-wise manner. So it is just to boost the development of the northeastern area, hilly areas like Himachal, Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Uttarakhand, and also the tribal regions. So remember this and remember what Ministry of Civil Aviation and who is the Union Minister. It is Jyotiraditya Scindia, and he hails from Madhya Pradesh. Next, we are moving to the important question section, but first of all, you have to like this video, you have to share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel before seeing the next question and join our Telegram group from the description box link. Here is the question. Athletics Federation of India signs 3-year partnership with iOS Sports. So just remember this line. This is important because this Athletics Federation of India is important for us, and this organization entered into a partnership with iOS Sports for 3 years, for a period of 3 years. And what is the function of iOS Sport here? iOS Sport will act as an exclusive commercial partner. Remember, this word is important. Commercial partner for Athletics Federation of India for brand building and for unlocking the commercial assets of Athletics Federation of India by making partnership with the top sports brands. And this iOS Sports is one of the India's leading sports management organization that will work on the commercial promotion of Athletics Federation of India for 3 years ahead of the upcoming 2024 Olympics, which will be held in Paris. And the company will elevate the profile of all Olympic athletes associated with Athletic Federation of India, like you can say Neeraj Chopra is there. You can see here the picture of Neeraj Chopra, Hima Das, Duti Chand, you can say Kamalpreet Kaur, among others, for the commercial promotion of Athletics Federation of India. And this partnership will help Athletics Federation of India in providing the necessary support for the athletes to create a new era of the Indian athletic ecosystem. So just to promote the athletics in India, they signed one agreement with the IOS Sport, and IOS Sport will promote the Athletics Federation of India. Athletics Federation of India can become the brand in coming 3 years before the 2024 Olympics, which will be held in Paris. And IOS Sports headquarters is in New Delhi and Mumbai. But don't remember, just remember the name. And Athletics Federation of India is important. And you can remember Anju Bobby George. Remember the name Anju Bobby George. Anju Bobby George is the current and the first female vice president of this organization, which is known as Athletic Federation of India. And it was founded in 1946 and its headquarters is in New Delhi. New Delhi. So moving to our one-liner important points, and here is the first point. Supreme Court appoints 3-member experts panel to investigate and Pegasus spyware uses. So first of all, you have to remember about what is this Pegasus spyware uses. So Pegasus is an spyware software developed by Israel company, and this company name is NSO, and it is it can access stored data, conversations on WhatsApp and other information from the victim's mobile phone. So there are reports published in 2019 that Pegasus spyware was used by the center and the state government to collect information from the WhatsApp accounts of the Indian citizen. So according to Supreme Court, it is a violation of right to privacy and freedom to speech, allegation of foreign parties in the country's involvement, even involvement of the Union of India. So Supreme Court of India constituted 3-member committee to you can say investigate this issue of Pegasus spyware on the Indian citizens during the 2019, especially during the 2019 center government elections. Next, Government and Asian Development Bank signs US 100 million loan pact to promote the agri-business network to boost farm income. So very simple question, and Government of India and Asian Development Bank of India inked almost $100 million agreement for the Maharashtra Agri-Business Network project, and the project emphasizes promoting agri-business network to the boost farm incomes and reduce food losses in the state of Maharashtra. Maharashtra we already talked about. This is important. This you have to write on your notebook. Subhash Chandra Khuntia appointed as a part-time chairman of the Jan Small Finance Bank. So Subhash Chandra Khuntia, who is 1981 batch IS officer, has been appointed as the part-time chairman of the Jana Small Finance Bank, and he has served as the chairman of the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India from 2018 to 2021. Next is International Animation Day 2021 is observed on 28th of October. So it is to commemorate the first public performance of projected moving images at Renaud's Theatre in Paris on 28th of October in 1892. So it is to observe 28th October to every year as the International Animation Day to mark the birth of animation. So this is the 20th anniversary of the International Animation Day. But this day is not so much important, but you have to recall it on 28th of October. So India successfully test fires Agni 5 missile off the coast of Odisha. Basically, it was tested from the Dr. Abdul Kalam Island of the Odisha coast, and its striking range is 5,000 km. By Agni 5, you can remember it is 5,000 km. Its range is 5,000 km. And recently, Agni Prime was the most advanced missile in the Agni series, which was developed with the cutting-edge technology used in 4,000 km of Agni 4 and 5,000 km of Agni 5 missiles. And even India is developing a new class of ultra-modern weapons that can travel 6 times faster the speed of sound and penetrate any missile defense. So this is important. And you can also remember the range, like Agni 1 range is 700 to 800 km. Agni 2 range is more than 2000 km or about 2000 km. Agni 3 is like 2500 km near about. Agni 4 is like 3500 km, and Agni 5 is like 5000 km. And Agni 5 is also the longest of the Agni series, and an intercontinental ballistic missile with a range of 5000 km. Next, Swiss Re takes 23% stake in the Paytm InsurTech for INR 920 crore. So 920 crore they paid, and by the 23% stake in the Paytm InsurTech, through this investment, Swiss Re and the Paytm will work towards closing the insurance protection gap in the market. So remember about Paytm here, this is important. Paytm CEO is Vijay Shekhar Sharma, and its headquarter is in Noida. This is important. Headquarter is asked in so many exams. Noida. Next, we are moving to the question of the day. What was the question of 28th of October? Which of the following African country is the leading producer of the gold in the world? So, very simple question. If we are talking about Africa and the country name is South Africa, then this is the answer. So, remember, South Africa is the leading producer of the gold in the world. Even in 2019, there are some changes like Ghana. Remember, again the African country. Ghana is African largest producer of gold, beating out South Africa for the first time in 2019, and it also known as its reserve for various industrial minerals. So remember, in 2019, Ghana overtakes South Africa, but again now South Africa and Ghana are almost equal. So just remember both options. So we are moving to the question of the day. Question of the day is, which of the following is the most populous country in Africa? So most populous country, you have to tell me only in the comment box. I am waiting your answer, but please like this video. I am waiting. Please like this video. Please share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe the channel if you're new on this platform, and join our Telegram group from the description box link. And press this bell button so that you can receive the notification on time. And it is a Fierce Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence in the general awareness section, definitely. And don't take life so much serious. Life is fun. Always be happy. Thank you guys for attending this class, for watching this video, and take care.